Now, in this video, we will going to discuss about the components of PLM. What are all the components? Which are all the components of the PLM? Number one, product and product data. So, in this, we define product specifications and processes. Then comes with the second one as the original structure. To develop and support the product throughout the product life cycle span. Then point number 3, business processes and working methods, which describe activities, tasks, and processes. Then point number 4, information systems, identify people and information systems to support the product. And the point number 5, interfaces and standards, interface with other business activities and systems. We will going to take up one by one. So first is the product and product data. A product may be a single part or a number of parts assembled together in order to perform a certain objective. So that means it is a set of products which can put together to become an assemble. That is the one part. Or it may be a single product also. We can apply this PLCM. Product data includes. So what are the product data means? It includes all data, information related both to the product and the processes that are used to imagine, design, produce, use, support, and dispose the product. So that means whatever the data which is required right from the conceptualization till to the disposal, that is what becomes the product data. And those product data can be analyzed through the imagination, that is the conceptualization. Then comes the design, that is the detailed design, which may include the assembled drawings and then the part drawings. Then produce, that means you need to manufacture those parts, maybe a single part or maybe a multiple parts. Then use, how to use those things. And support, this is the technical support and as well as the promotional support and the marketing support. And dispose the product to the market. Then the data related to the product may be in the form of technical. What does the data means? The data related to the product may be in the form of technical specifications, specifications for manufacture and development, bill of materials required for building the product, costs involved in creation and launching the product, service required for the product, details regarding future modifications, or any other information related to the product. So what are the product data here? That means what are all the technical specifications required about the product. That means how this product will going to be used in the market. So that is what is the technical specification. Specifications for manufacturing. So how to produce this part and what are all the machines are involved. How to clamp the how to use the and hold the components like jigs and fixtures and the development. Then comes the bill of materials required for building the product. So that means once you make the assembly of the drawing and then you will get the ready of what are the materials involved in the assembly. That is what is called the bill of materials. Costs involved in creation. So that means costs of manufacturing of individual parts, that is done in the planning. And then launching the product. When we should launch the product, what are the modes in which you can be able to do it. All those data which will going to be planned well in advance. Service required for the product. That means before launching the product, how the service has to be carried out. And what are all you need to give a training for the people or the personnel on which you want to develop the product or to launch the product. All those things has to be having a proper documentation. details regarding future modifications. So once we do that, so though later on we will going to come to know, yes, we can improve upon that. Suppose if it is possible to improve, suppose if it is possible to do the modification on the present product itself, it can be done. Otherwise, for the next product launching, we can have that future modifications or any other information related to the product can be stored in a product data. The product data is created in the suitable format, especially making use of computers and related softwares, so that the data can be used throughout the product life cycle by all people in the organization who are working on or with the product. So that means here the use of computers, that means the data will going to be in the electronic data format and with, of course, with the related surface. What is the advantage? Is the advantage what you will going to get is any person in the organization or any employee in the organization can able to access those data who are working on that particular product. It's not that somebody else will going to be using it. Only within the organization, if the data has to be accessed by the individual individual people, then they can do that. So that is the advantage of using the product and product data. Now the next one is the organizational structure. So what does it mean? What are all the designations you have, which are all the departments you should have in an organization to develop the product? The structure might consist of individual departments with specific names like production, then quality, human resource, marketing. So what does it mean? Suppose you want to develop, once you want to do the production of the components or the parts, you can go for the production. If you want to check the components, it should go to the inspection, so you should have a quality. To do all these things, you need the people to be employed in the organization. For that, you require human resource. And once you develop the product, you need to market that. That means you want to sell those products in the market or in the globe. So that we need to have a marketing. So, or these are the main essential organizational structures in the organization. And a group of people associated with each department coming under the guidance of a single head or a decision maker. So all these departments will going to be under one head, who will going to be the proprietor if it is a single ownership, and then it becomes a director if it becomes a private limited company. Then it can become the chairman if it is for a public limited company. So these are all the categories in which the organization will go on. Suppose if you are going for the outside the organization, in the sense that you are offloading some of the parts of the product to a different companies like different vendors. So for those people, we will going to call it as the contractors or subcontractors or suppliers or partners or customer, suppliers, retailers, etc. may be created accordingly. That means if you are offloading, then all these categories will going to be taken care of in the organization. A clearly established structure helps in grouping people, information, tasks, and workflow to enable an effective and efficient way of developing, manufacturing, and supporting products across its life cycle. So in the next video, we will going to continue with these components of the product, which is the business processes and working method, in the next video. Thank you.